Friends, it's about to be the new year. It's about to be the new year. Isn't that crazy? What do you got anticipating in this upcoming year? Is this still the same old habits? Because honestly, friends, this life, I say it often. My whole channel's based on it. Time, life, it just flashes. If you don't think about it on the day to day, month to month, year to year, decade to decade, if you don't think about time at all, it passes regardless. But if you don't think about it, you're never going to watch it. And all of a sudden, it's just going to sneak up on you. And you're going to realize that all this potential that you had is gone, dissipated into space, gone forever. So in this upcoming year, friends, I recommend one of the things, we all have New Year's resolutions. I know that. But be careful with those New Year resolutions. Before you go to actually planning what it is you want to change about yourself, one thing you got to do is realize where it is you want to go. Because to plan without preparation, that's a faulty plan. That's almost no plan. No plan almost would be better than that. Be careful. You got to prepare. You got to understand where it is that you want to go in this life. You got to understand that in order to get there, you got to have certain habits. It's these outcomes that are affected by these habits. It's the habits that lead to that outcome. So what do these habits say about you? We just went through a whole year. What were your habits this past year? At the beginning of this year, did you even have a goal? Did you have an outcome? Because now's a fresh start. Forget about New Year's resolutions. Understand and look where it is that you actually want to go in this life and come up with a plan and prepare. Daily habits, there's no loss to having solid daily habits. Habits that align with that vision, that align with that outcome that you desire. That's what you got to go for, friends. For me, if I was to go back in time and look at where it is that I came from at the beginning of the year to where I am now, I'm making more money. I'm more in shape. My relationships are better. My mindset is better. My mindset's stronger. It's the strongest it's ever been. It's all these habits that have helped me push myself into that outcome, propel myself forward, and be that outcome that I envisioned at the beginning of the year. This is what you have to do. I started this YouTube channel, it's over 2 years now. It'll be 3 years in this upcoming year, but over 2 years solidly. And look at where I'm at now. Still small, but you have to have a vision. And if you've noticed on this channel specifically, there's been adjustments over time. The clarity has become more and more clear. And I would say, despite maybe some of these videos not getting the views that I want them to have, my vision is clearer, more clear than it's ever been. I still invest for dividends, but when I started this channel, I knew that wasn't what it was all about. But that was my start. I started with the $0 portfolio, just like everybody. Now I have over a $60,000 dividend portfolio. You got to win in every single area in this life. And hopefully I continue to make progress. In this upcoming year, I don't have New Year's resolutions. Nothing's going to change in this upcoming year for me. My habits are going to remain solid. Solid. Still going to wake up at 5 a.m. Still going to work out every single day. Still going to work on my relationships. Still going to continue to build that mindset through these good daily habits. Building my whole entire self up through good daily habits that I think at the end of this upcoming year of 2023, once again, I'm going to look back and say, from the beginning to that point, hopefully I can say I'm making more money. My physique is even in better shape. My relationship is even better. My mindset is even stronger. And that's how you have to move about this life. Every single year, from the beginning to the end, you got to look back and reflect. And look. And you got to be able to tell yourself, are you actually genuinely doing better at the end of the year than when you started? And if you can say yes and do that consistently, year after year after year, for a decade, for endless, right? Infinite. As long as you're alive, that's growth. There is no cap to growth. You go as far as you want to. You go as far as what you think is worth it. And for me, friends, I'm human. I'm not perfect. I may have stuff across the board at a certain level, but I'm not thriving in this life yet. And to thrive, it's almost endless. Very hard to get to the thriving stage. But eventually, I hope to continue to progress and make myself a better person, but there's no cap. I'll never reach it because, like I said, I'm human. And just by being human, I'm imperfect and I'm flawed. The growth will never stop. So be careful with this upcoming year, friends. Happy New Year. A new year. And there's nothing wrong with saying new year, new you. But be careful with those New Year resolutions. Just start with good daily habits. And honestly, friends, that'll take you further than anything else will.